we're gonna start this one because when it comes to the Skeb stuff and Bao, honestly, I'm not. I'm on Bao's side in a little bit. Okay, I am on Bao's side, not because I'm simping for Bao, but actually I kind of agree with her overall point. And I do not believe that artists are 100% this monolithic culture that can do no wrong. I 100% believe that you can criticize artists and that they deserve to be criticized a lot of the time. But we had this tweet that happened, would have been sometime last week, maybe around Friday-ish or something of that nature. But we could come over here to this. Now, this is a screenshot because Bao has since deleted it. And I want to point out two things, the timestamps, because they are 9 minutes apart. And that's going to be relevant to another segment here. But, artist, please ask permission before publicly posting finished commissions. I know you're really excited about finishing a really cool comm, but you might accidentally spoil a client's project. So many commissions I just gave up doing anything because it was posted before I could do anything with them. Yeah. Before we get into the second part here, I actually agree. Bao is controversial, but not in a way a non-VTuber fan thinks. She's dented, so I call it a dented mistake. Well, that's actually a fair one, but like when I read this first part, okay, this first part, what here is controversial? Full stop. What here is controversial? Now, should you be communicating with your artists all the period of time and letting them know, hey, I do not want this to be put out there? Do the NDAs, do not the non-disclosures, everything like this until I'm done. Yes, that should be on the client's part. But at the same time, I actually agree with her. Artists should be a little bit more wary and should get permission from the client before they post said art. Because for all you know, this art could be important for merch drops. This art could be, I know this is more merch, but just follow me here. It could be for a Gamer Subs cup. It could be for a new Bao, a new flavor coming to Gamer Subs. It could potentially be for, hey, Valentine's Day coming up. Valentine's Day is a huge, huge day within the VTubing sphere. I know that's February, but in the VTubing sphere, that's as big as things like Christmas or 4th of July within normal internet spheres, or even Halloween. That is a massive day for a VTubing sphere, period. So if you have artwork that you are commissioning ahead of schedule for the for Valentine's Day, and they post it ahead of schedule, guess what? All of that has gone out the window. All of your plans are now shot, and you have to redo it. So yes, there is actual criticism to be had here for artists. You should ask the clients before you post it. You should have these discussions with the clients. And then you get to the I hate you Skeb post. Okay? This thing blew up because, oh my god, you hate Skeb? Yeah, it blew the hell up. And it got Skeb to respond. Jesus Christ. All right to works on Skeb belong to creators. Now, before I move too far into this, this here, Skeb is a Japanese art website that has its own community, its own style of doing things, its own system, okay? Skeb has a way of doing stuff that I disagree with. I'm not a fan of Skeb, but hey, Skeb exists. A Japanese website, because of the controversy of this fucking post here, a Japanese website came out and not once, but multiple times pointed out that on their TOS, they give the creators, not the people commissioning art, the creators, the artists, full rights, okay? Warning, all rights to work on Skeb belong to creators. Clients cannot restrict creators from publishing their work for any reason. I'm never going to use Skeb. This notice is shown 4 times before sending the first request, and they cannot proceed unless they check the box agreeing to it. You can see it right here. It is prohibited to contact creators on any methods, including external tools such as SNS, email, regardless of before, after requesting. Mentions URL and description of your request. If you have reference material, is prohibited to whatever. Part of that is send later. But then the copyright of the work belongs to creators. It is prohibited to specify or restrict the publication place of the work, which I think is just nightmarish. You have it again here. All rights of works that were exchanged on Skeb belong to creators, and clients can, in principle, use the works only for the client's profile image and personal I cannot say that word. Appreciation. You have it again here. Calculated from the day when request was sent of the delivery deadline. Also, it is a violation of the terms for the client to specify the publication date and time, and you get it again. So you're seeing what's going on here, but Skeb will go on. Skeb is fundamentally different from Western art commission platforms. It is a creator-supported platform rooted in Japanese Tsukabo, I probably butchered that, culture, where artists draw illustrations on the spot, and I cannot say this word, doujinshi convention. Skeb is not a stock material marketplace. Over 30% of the users are now from overseas. We sincerely thank everyone abroad who understood our terms and policies carefully and support creators. Important, only we may issue warnings or impose penalties for violations of our terms and policies, and you get the whole gist here. This is Skeb coming out here and saying, hey, the people that actually own the rights to the artwork that you commission are the artists. Now, Bao has since issued another apology, which also garnered a bunch of criticism. Prior to me getting into this apology, I do want to point out this, okay? One, Bao deleted this initial post, but you have this back and forth right here, in which Bao openly says, I hate Skeb with burning passion. I just don't think I have it in me to trust another similar platform. It sounds like Bao has had a bad time with Skeb prior. And this goes to the whole timestamp discussion, but I want to read this back and forth. If you use Vegina, vegan, whatever, there's a TOS and option usually saying if there's an artist allowed to post, or if you need to pay a confidentiality fee. Everywhere else, though, it can be pretty dicey. Actually, do not use Vegan. It's pretty cool. I've been working on Vegan for like 2 years already, and you can find really good stuff. I hate Skeb with a burning passion. I just don't think I have it in me to do similar. You know, and you get this, and there's a lot of back and forth, but what it ends up coming out is what Bao really dislikes about Skeb is this whole policy, is this TOS. That's what Bao really despises about Skeb, because her art isn't protected there. What she commissions, it's not hers. That is her right not to like that platform at all. And again, it goes into the timestamps. 1 hour, 51 minutes. This here, that tells you that they were posted at least 9 minutes apart. At least, okay? What it moves on forward is what really gets interesting. What Skeb means is you don't own what you'd pay for. Yep, exactly. Comes to this tweet here, which again, Bao can never apologize correctly. Like I said in my first video, nothing Bao says will ever lead to a proper apology, and none of the people attacking her will ever accept the apologies. My original tweet was not about Skeb. It was my general experiences with commission art. My opinion of Skeb was an afterthought. You actually come over here, actually kind of lines up. 9 minutes later to come back to say that, yeah, it sounds like an afterthought. I get why people are thinking the former. I haven't used Skeb for almost a year. My tweet went way out of my circle and understandably led to a lot of people to think what I was saying to be 100% about Skeb. It wasn't. The reason why I said I dislike Skeb was due to the option of keeping the commission private on the artist Skeb's profile. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't want my not safe for work commissions connected to my Skeb profile. If it's posted on their Twitter with no connection to me, that's fine. And that's another thing. Bao does have some not safe for work stuff. You have to go hunt it down. She does have a not safe for work account. Again, you have to go hunt it down. I will not be promoting it at all because she does not want it promoted or connected to her main account. You actually have to do the work on that one. But Bao has a very strict policy. If you ever find her not safe for work account, don't connect it with my main account. Don't do it at all. My main account is my main account. My not safe for work account is my not safe for work stuff. And we'll keep moving on. WIPs, streams, all of it is fine. As for general commissions, aka what my tweet was originally about, commissions not via any website. If you took the time to see my replies, it was 100% in support of artists, and I continually wished for ways to better serve the purpose of the commission, such as paying for an NDA fee, extra costs to keep commissions hidden, etc. Understand why this confused artists, but even in my replies, I did not spread misinformation about Skeb. I am aware of how the site works, albeit through a lot of trial and error, but that is the common experience. And I'm allowed to say it's not my preference, which she is right. She's allowed to say, fuck Skeb. She's allowed to say she hates Skeb. She's allowed to say all that stuff. And to act like it's a crime to ever criticize artists, ever criticize Skeb, ever do that is laughable. For crying out loud, I don't put artists on a pedestal. There have been many a times we have heard artist nightmarish stories. Nightmare stories about people engaging with artists. We can go through every single time Kirsha has engaged with an artist and how that has blown up in her face. We can go through Scoochon engaging with an artist, literally criticizing artists and saying they are going to be the reason AI art takes over. And Scoochon is an artist herself and hates AI art. This has been a discussion for a long period of time, and acting like we can't ever criticize artists for things that they do, things that go on, is laughable. But Bao would continue. I'm very sorry for the stir it caused. What is not my cup of tea can still be yours, but I should be more aware of my influence, and that's no excuse. No matter my issue, art is meant to be human, and I would rather deal with a few hiccups than resort to AI. Also, I was emailed a violation of TOS, so took my tweet down. There wasn't any clarification in the email, but since I haven't used Skeb in almost a year, I assumed it was because of it. And again, all this stuff is perfectly fine to say. This is a decent apology. This is a decent clarification. This is everything. And she's still getting the when I lie. She's still getting people attacking her for saying any of this stuff, saying this stuff isn't accurate, saying this stuff isn't good enough. And this goes to the all-around point that Bao can do nothing correct. In the eyes of a lot of these people that are legitimately using this for engagement farming purposes, for grifting purposes, for the art of just attacking Bao and harassing Bao, she can do nothing correct at this period of time. Nothing she is doing is good enough. She can even talk about this, hey, like VGen, or any of these other artists, or she can talk all day and night about, hey, how I would prefer to have better art access, better things to do here. And even when you come to things like this, where she's talking about the whole engagement farming video, and I've already played it in another video, but hey, I'll play it again.
Canceled 4 times in a month, canceled 4 times in a month. Nuh-uh, guys, it's not being called canceled, it's called engagement farming.
She's talking about the people that are attacking her. She's talking about the people that are going through this, because not even when she issues a massive clarification, a massive apology, a massive statement, it's not good enough for these people. It's never good enough. Because quite frankly, these people are just engagement farming. They are just grifting off her. They are just trying to use her for any sort of internet clout or internet points at this point in time. Because they have nothing better to do. They just want to attack and berate Bao, even though what she has been saying isn't that bad. It isn't awful. She's allowed not to like Skeb. She's allowed not to enjoy it. She's allowed to criticize some of these practices that have been going on in the art community. And acting like that's against the rules is kind of mind-boggling. Nobody is above criticism, but coming out here and treating like these other people shouldn't be held to accountable is insane to me. But hey, that's just my takes on it.